Behringer Grind, Behringer Edge, Behringer Spice, and the Behringer Crave, which are all $199 each, totaling $800, which is just above the price of one of the Moog Sound Series units. So if you don't know, the Behringer Edge is the Moog Defam clone, Drummer from Another Mother. The Crave is the Mother 32 clone. The Spice is the Subharmonicon clone. And the Grind is Behringer's totally owned synthesizer that's made from the Platt series by Mutable Instruments. With, I think they used 9 of the algorithms from Platt's for Mutable Instruments, and then used added like 10 of their own or something, so I think 15 or something total. Plus it's got all these, I mean, basically if you got the Grind now, I don't even know if you'd need the TD3. I don't know if, I guess you could have the RD6, but I mean, if you want to talk about bargains, the Behringer Production Series is the biggest bargain going. Slew and Brew Coffee Shop, what's up? Getting your Grind on Saturday? How you getting the Grind on Saturday? I thought it wasn't coming out till December. That's interesting. Yeah, I thought it wasn't coming out till December. But if you're getting your Grind Saturday and/or Andy Fireblade Musa, then send me a video, do a video of it, and send me a video. I'll play it on the show. That'd be sweet. But I mean, how are you going to get a better deal than the Crave, the Spice, the Edge, and the Grind? $800. There's no better deal. It's such a good deal now that I'm actually thinking about not getting the Korg multi-poly and just getting the whole unit at once when it comes out. Right? So Friday's the 1st. That's right. Man, we got a big week coming up in the USA next week. Things are about to get crazy. Very crazy. Crazy and wild. I can't wait. I'm pumped. I love when stuff gets crazy. So, Latchy, what's up, Latchy? Turn your cat backwards? You got it, man. Yeah. So, as far as the production series is, I don't think anything beats the Behringer production series right now. I really don't think, thanks Ricky, I don't believe anything beats the Behringer production series. We've got, because I know that Echo's got the Edge, and he had the Defam, and he said that the Edge absolutely blows away the Defam, right? He says the Edge blows away the Defam. So, if that's the case, you can get the Edge for $199, and why would you spend $700 on a Defam? And the Defam doesn't even have proper MIDI, and the Edge has got MIDI. You get 4 units for the price of 1, and all those units sound absolutely crazy. Defam, yeah, listen, Don Wrangler, go buy the Edge for $199 and do a comparison video with the Defam and the Edge. I bet you'll like the Edge better. I've had so many people write me who had the Defam and said the Edge blows it away. You can use CV, yeah, that's fine, but shame on Moog for not putting proper MIDI on that, though. Yeah, check it out, man. $199. Listen, if you can get $199 for the Edge, and you got, the problem is a lot of people just like the Moog, but the Defam is nothing special compared to when you compare it to the Edge. It's cool, very cool device. I think it's awesome. But when you're going to charge $700 for a Defam, and you can pay $200 for an Edge, and it sounds better, it's got more capability, it's got MIDI, yeah. Yeah, and then, listen, if you haven't seen any of the Behringer Grind videos, you're going to start seeing a ton of them come out as soon as people get them, because the beautiful thing about Behringer is when they release something, they, I think the Edge got wood end cheeks too, I think. But the crazy thing about the the Behringer grind is it's got so much packed under the hood for $199. You got a DX engine, you got a TD3 engine, you've got all the regular engines, you got all the algorithms from mutable plates plus more. The only thing it doesn't have, it's basically like pretty much the grind is a micro brute, basically, or micro freak. Happy Halloween, yeah. Go ahead, hit that like button. Yeah, basically it's a micro freak, you know? Without the keyboard on it, pretty much is what it is. Micro freak without the keyboard. And I just don't know why anybody wouldn't get all four for $800 in that series. I know Synthpunk will probably say it's a waste of money, but I don't think so. I think you can have a very cool setup for $800 because, and if you add an RD6 in there for another 100, you're at $900. So $900, you got an RD6 drum machine. Dude, you want to add a RD9, RD8? I already invest my money in other stuff. My wife takes care of the regular investments, and I invest in crypto, and then I just buy synthesizers for fun. Who's got a cheeseburger under their pillow? Yeah, possibly, but the Spice video is coming. So if you go to Patch Dogs, type Patch Dogs Spice in YouTube, and he's basically showing us behind the scenes. He's gearing up to do his Spice video. And dude, the Spice is going to be amazing. Again, it's just going to take the Moog Sound Studio. It's basically destroying the Moog Sound Studio, to be honest with you. Moog should be ashamed of themselves. The fact that they're selling that for that price, and Behringer's just blowing them out of the water. I was back on board with Moog when they came up with the Muse, but since the Muse, I mean, the Moog Sound Studio is no comparison to the Behringer production studio. That's just the way it is. Not even close. Go check out the Patch Dogs video. All right, Don Rango, you have a good day, man. We'll catch up with you later. I'm going to work soon too. But think about it. Edge for 200. Crave for 200. Mother 32 clone. Spice for 200. Subharmonica clone. And then the Behringer grind, it's a whole other unit, which, I mean, some people are calling it a micro freak clone without the keyboard. I don't think so. I think it's Behringer's own thing because they added all their other stuff. So I think it's, you might as well call that, we'll put that in the category with the Proton, the DeepMind, and the Neutron. That's where we'll put that, I think. Yeah, so anyways, just finished up a little bit of work. Figured I'd come in here, have a chat with you guys, let you know what's going on. The multi-poly's in my thing. I almost bought it, but I held back. I had to hold back. I got some advice from some sage elders, and they told me that I really need to be putting my money towards a Poly Brute 12. So, Cream Dream looks like it might be coming my way. But I just gotta make sure I got enough cash saved up for it. And the Erica Synths Nightverb is also coming my way, which is cool. But I might take the Erica Synths money and put it towards the Poly Brute 12. That's something I gotta think about. Erica Synths Nightverb is like $600. That seems a lot to pay for a pedal, especially when I got the Chroma console for $399, and it's amazing. And I got the Microcosm for $499, or I think $399 or something too, and that's amazing. So, Tube Screamer, I could get the Tube Screamer. Echo's got one that he was telling me about too, that a delay pedal that I should get. Ibanez something. Awesome delay. I only want stereo pedals now. I don't want no more mono pedals. Maybe someday we'll create our own pedal. Who knows? That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Get our own. It'd be a pretty cool dream to create your own product, wouldn't it? Create a pedal, create a synthesizer. Basically, that would be my ultimate goal would be to make a synthesizer if I could. But man, where do people get all the time in the day? I just don't know. It's really hard to figure out where everyone gets the friggin' time. You guys want to look around? Early bird catches the worm. What's up, Tommy Young? Do I know any good Hydrasynth clones? Nah, I don't know any good Hydrasynth clones. And I don't think you need a Hydrasynth clone because they're so cheap that why wouldn't you just get one anyway? You can get a Hydrasynth Explorer for $5.99. You can get a Hydrasynth desktop module for $6.99. You can get a 49 key for what, $1,100, $1,200, and then you can get a Hydrasynth. What's up, Sarah? How's it going? Food for thought here. Large bodies, water, measured level of gas pressure. Yeah. What's up, Russell? I don't know, man. Kieran, what do you say? Pro 3. Yeah, I won't be getting the Pro 3. I can't get the Pro 3 because Synthpunk wants me to get it so bad. John wants me to get the Pro 3 so bad that I just can't get it. Same reason Echo wants me to get the Rev 2, I just can't get it. Here's the next deal with the purchases. Here's the purchase list for synthesizers on the gas. Here's the gas edition, okay? The gas edition is this. Hold on, let me get rid of this weirdo. All right. So here's the gas list. What's up, Eternian? We got, let's just start from what I can get soon and what I can get later. We'll do the big ones later. All right, here's the gas list. For immediate availability of purchase, multi-poly. All right, Korg multi-poly is top of the list. Everybody's telling me not to get it. A ton of people are telling me to get it. I'm gonna do a little more research and probably wait a little bit. I'm not pre-ordering anything, so I'll wait a little bit. So we got the Korg multi-poly here. Then I got the Behringer. I'm putting all these in one category because if I buy them, I'm buying them all at once. Behringer Edge, Behringer Crave, Behringer Grind, Behringer Spice. I'm getting them all in one go because I already got the RD6 and I'm going to put them all in one go off to the side and they're going to be their own separate unit. The only thing I need to do is figure out a way to add effects to all that. So if Behringer, if you're listening in Uli, if you could make a standalone synthesizer effects unit with some delay, some reverb, some bit crusher, a little bit of chorus, distortion, something like that, make it all digital, super cool. A digital effects unit with multiple ins where you can effects send, basically release your mixer, release a Behringer mixer, but say it's for the production suite and put your Clark Technica effects on there and then we're good to go. So that's what I'm doing there. Chase pedals all day, Seth, I agree. I like the Generation Loss by Chase Bliss Mark II. I like the Mark II Mood. Blooper's cool. But yeah, so that's what we got. So that's the Behringer Production Studio is on the gas list to get soon. We got the Korg Multi-Poly is on the list to get soon. I got the Erica Synth Night Verb pedal, the Soma Cosmos pedal, and the Mercury X pedal are all on a list. I don't know which one I'm gonna get. The filter bank, I gotta look into the filter bank. Are you talking about the Mutant? Or the Mutator, whatever it's called? TC Electronica Plethora X5 Behringer pedal. Yeah, yes. I think with the Behringer Production Suite, I gotta message Patchdog and be like, dude, is there any way you can? I guess you can just go on the Behringer Facebook site, but I don't have Facebook, so everybody needs to go to the Behringer Facebook site and tell them to make a standalone synthesizer effects unit for the production studio, but just in general, it'd be awesome. All those small Behringers are a waste of money when you have bigger, better synths like you have sold most of mine. Nah, I don't think so, Polymused. I think the Behringer synthesizers are awesome. I think they sound amazing. I think the build quality is great for the price, and I think the production studio is probably one of the greatest things Behringer has ever done. Even though they've cloned the Moog stuff, it's cheaper, sounds just as good, and yeah, Mr. T all day, Mr. T. You mean the Surge? No, I'm not talking about the Surge. The Surge is the modular thing. It's cool, very cool, but I'm not into modulars yet, so I'm not really talking about any modular. I don't really talk about VSTs or modular or plugins and stuff like that. I'm strictly hardware and synthesizers, not modular yet. But you never know, I might get into modular. We'll see. See how it goes. But anyways, so that's the list. So we got the core. This is the, and then for the big boys, this is my big boy list, which is the future. The Polybrute 12 Cream Dream, the Moog Muse, and the Udo Super Gemini. Those three are the big boys I would like to have someday, but bro, I can't afford that. Are you crazy? I can't afford the friggin' big boys. Behringer did make a Mutator clone. They got the Mutator clone coming out. That'll probably be out early 2025. Yeah, modular is just, if I was gonna do modular, to be honest with you, I would just buy Behringer modules. I would buy the system 25 or Behringer 2500 modules. I would get a Behringer 2600. I would get the Behringer System 55 for $1,500, and then I would buy some separate. I'd probably get the Brains unit, and then I would buy some separate effects, and then I guess for what, $3,000 you could have the craziest modular. But I don't have the time for modular right now. I barely got enough time to dedicate to doing all this stuff, plus playing synthesizers, and then on top of that, you know, keeping the wife happy, and then on top of that, a bunch of other stuff. So, you know, I gotta start working out again too. I gotta get pumping iron big time. Maybe we'll do it at the Bro Synth Network. Their 2500 series, look at the Machines One's got a great channel. He's got an epic 2500 video. I think it's called, type in the Machines One, and then type in Alien, maybe Behringer 2500, and then you should get a good idea of how crazy that unit is. And the cool thing about the Behringer 2500 is it's just breathtaking in its beauty, with the silver and the metallic yellow, blue, and red knobs. They did a really good job on it. I've heard zero complaints pretty much across the board with any of the Behringer modular stuff. I've only heard totally positive from the Behringer modular stuff. So, problem with Behringer modules is there's nothing interesting yet. I mean, what do you mean there's nothing interesting? Behringer has, what are you talking about? Behringer modules? Go to Sweetwater and look up System 55. You telling me that isn't interesting for $1,500 to get that whole recreation of the Model 55 from Moog? That's not interesting. Then you look at the Behringer 2500 module series. That's not interesting. Then you look at the Behringer Brains, the Surge, and the ton of other stuff they got coming out. Now, interesting. What do you mean by interesting, Polymuse? Do you mean like up there with mutable instruments style algorithm interesting, where they're just kind of like blowing people's minds? Or Pamela, what's that other one? Pamela's Mother or something like that? So, yeah, the Mutator clone is coming by Behringer. I heard, a little birdie told me that Behringer is getting ready. Well, they're already getting ready. They got the Lindrum coming. They got the BMX coming. They've got the grind and the spice coming. Just think about this for a second, because everyone is always saying Behringer doesn't release stuff, and I don't understand this logic, because like I've covered this, that in the last 2 years they've released about 10 synthesizers per year. Just go look it up. Okay, I gotta do a show later. When I get home today, I'm doing a show. 2023 synthesizers Behringer released. 2024 what they released. Yeah, Pamela's new workout, and then what's coming up, because people seem to get lost in the overwhelming synthesizer production that Behringer has given us, and we should all thank Uli from the bottom of our hearts that he's given us so much content, so much excitement, and so many old school clones, and so much new stuff that he's bringing out these days that it's just amazing. So this is what you got coming up. I'm telling you what you got coming up immediately. You got the Mutator. You've got the Behringer Grind, okay, the mutable instruments, algorithmic Magic Box. You got the Behringer Spice, which is the Moog Subharmonicon clone. You've got the PPG Wave clone, the Behringer Wave. You got the Lindrum coming. You've got the Behringer BMX, the DMX Oberheim drum machine clone. This is all coming within the next 6 months. So I don't know. The thing about Behringer for me is it's so amazing that they give you the ability for regular people to have a studio. Do you know? So I know a lot of people like being inside the box and using VSTs and producing in the DAW flat out and never touching a piece of hardware, and that's fine. But just think about it, for like $1,500, you can have your own studio with like an RD8 or an RD9 drum machine. You can have a DeepMind. So you can have a crazy polysynth like the DeepMind 12. You can have an amazing drum machine like the RD9 or the RD8, which is the 808 clone. You can have one or an RD6. You can have a squelch machine like the TD3. You can have a Model D clone, a Mini Moog clone. You can have a monopoly. Basically, for like $2,000, you can have your own studio set up where you've got a ton of classic sounds. And the more beautiful part about it is I don't think people really understand how relaxing and meditative it is to be surrounded by a bunch of synthesizers and be jamming with multiple gear and creating your own soundscapes live, and just take the recording part out and take the friggin' mixing and mastering out and take out the creating tracks to put on Spotify and all this stuff. I'm just talking about by yourself in your studio, surrounded by some gear, creating this immersive soundscape. And then you have multiple instruments where you're turning and twisting knobs. It's beautiful, and Behringer's the only company that has given the everyman the ability to get involved in this hobby and get a jump start into it. And like I told people before, Behringer is like doing a service for Moog and Sequential and Oberheim and all these bigger Roland and Korg, because when people can make a small investment and experience the absolute breathtaking beauty of sound exploration for a real cheap price with no risk. And once you get a taste of it, all the people that have Behringer synthesizers usually start looking for other synthesizers. They'll start looking for some newer stuff. They'll start looking into some Moogs or some Sequential and all this kind of stuff. Who's this guy? Who are these people? Later, Matthew Blocks. Weirdos. So, I mean, TD3, pick one up, $100. RD6, $100. Crave, $200. Edge, $200. Behringer Grind, $200. Now I know what people say. Once you get all these, you could get yourself you're getting into a Rev 2 module territory. Okay, fine. If you want a Rev 2, get a Rev 2. But there's a different experience sitting down with one Rev 2 than it is sitting down with 6 or 7 synthesizers and jamming away. I guess that's the experience that doesn't come across for certain kinds of people. If you're just a singer-songwriter like John Costello, aka Synthpunk, where you like to create a song and perform it, then you don't really have any care to be surrounded by some gear and be jamming on the fly. If you're a live jammer, a sound explorer, a sound surfer, somebody who just likes to get lost in this I call it Uli's bubble bath of sound, if that's what you're into, then Behringer helps you get there quick. And when you think about it, the Behringer production studio, Crave, Defam, or Crave, Edge, Spice, and Grind with an RD6 or an RD8 or RD9, you're well on your way to absolute heaven. You just need like some effects then, an effects pedal or something, which might as well get a Chroma console because it's got so much in there. I got to do another video on the Chroma console actually. So, I mean, everybody's excited about the grind. The Synth Mafia is excited about the grind. The Synth All-Star team's excited about the grind. All the Behringer Bros are excited about the grind. Every Synth Renegade's excited about the grind. I bet you they're going to sell so many grinds. I think it'll go down as probably their most successful synthesizer will be the Behringer grind. I think to this day today, oh geez, I totally forgot about the Pro 800. You had the Pro 800 for $399, an 8-voice Prophet clone with Aftertouch. It's a module, but Aftertouch via MIDI. How many voices is what? The grind? Yeah, pulled the trigger on the System 55 Electronic Composer. I almost pulled the trigger on the System 55 like 10 times. I had it in my cart 10 times. Because it's breathtakingly beautiful. And I think I would just set it up in another part of the house and just set up like a modular zone, just headphones where I'd go in and I'd have it running through like a friggin', have it running through the microcosm or some crazy. Like imagine running the System 55 through a Walrus Maracai pedal and a Mercury X. You want to talk about intergalactic explosion? That would be insane. System 55 running through and then you add some chorus to that. Good God, you're on your way. Big time on your way. But anyways, back to the point of the show. I don't want to bury the lead, which is I don't think there's a better bargain out there right now. You got the grind shit from Anderton's? Oh, I might order it from Anderton's then. Is there any left or is it pre-order? Frig. I gotta get a hold of that grind. I thought Guitar Center was gonna start. The missus is out of town the weekend, so I'm gonna get on a crazy. I got a new studio stand which I'm gonna like set up too. I'm gonna rework the whole studio now because I got to get things organized because my Hydra synth's on the floor. I got the friggin' Wofi I gotta get in the mix. I got the Micro Freak I gotta get in the mix. So I gotta reset a bunch of stuff up. A little Behringer sprinkle here and there, and you got Synth Special, baby. Damn right, you got Synth Special. Synth Special all day. Yeah, so anyways, I gotta get to work. You guys have a great day. Just remember that Behringer is the greatest synthesizer company in the galaxy. And that's coming from a corgi. I'm a corgi at heart. I got all corgs. And I almost bought a multi-poly last night, but I had to hold back because I had to think about it and be like, you know what? Maybe I'll just save this money for a Behringer production studio. Full buy. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. All at once. All of them show up at once. Take them out all at once. Plug them in all at once. Do the first ever out-of-the-box production studio jam with all the gear. Behringer's the greatest. You guys are the greatest. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.